Good afternoon. My name is Latrina Jones, and today I will be doing a tutorial or a discussion on what I've learned in my Module 7 assignment as far as early interventionists and family involvement. I'm going to start with describing what an early interventionist is, which is a professional who works with young children with special needs and their families. Now, as teachers, which most early interventionists are, should be able to verbalize the basis for early intervention strategies being used. Ultimately, they're responsible for the programming of and planning and implementation of any extra help that the family and the child needs. The role of an early interventionist encompasses a great diversity and requires certain special qualities, like quick thinking, flexibility, diplomacy, scholarship, and an inner drive for accomplishment. So basically, the job of an early interventionist is one who is knowledgeable about children or child development and disabilities. They follow the theological intervention mode or model and can justify the approach and support and respond to children and parents, but promote their individuality and what they need. The interventionist should be able to adapt quickly to new and demanding situations. They should be able to administer and interpret preschool test instruments. They should interact productively with colleagues, with children and parents. They should be able to evaluate programs successfully, routinely, and systematically. An interventionist should be able to use available resources to better understand and meet the needs of the children and their families that they're helping, and function well in various settings. They should also be adaptable to cultural differences of families and encourage and accept input related to the development and the modification of the family and their children with the resources that are available. So that is what a early interventionist does. And in learning the standards of the National Association for Education of the Young Children, which is the NAEYC, Standard 3 is going to best help an early interventionist know how to implement everything that we just discussed. So Standard 3 of the NAEYC standards basically is observing, documenting, and assessing and supporting the young child and their family. This standard helps you to understand the importance of taking the time to get to know the families. Not only does it help you identify and emphasize individual family strengths, but it also gives you a way to use this information to actively include the families in the planning and the decision makings during the assessments. So basically, what we're doing is trying to implement different things that we've learned as a professional and an early interventionist with the family and the child. When you introduce yourself or you're the first interaction with the family, you really want to observe more so than interact, just so that you get a understanding of what services the family may need, the child may need, how to implement a plan of care and action for that particular child and family. It can be a little bit overwhelming because, again, most interventionalists have to be adaptable to the environment that they're in, because not all families are the same. Not all children with special needs are the same. And so recognizing that is a great, it's essential to helping the family with the services that they'll need. And early intervention is really, really crucial to not only the child but the family, because helping the parents to be more comfortable with the child's special needs and themselves, knowing that they, comforting them and helping them to understand that, uh, basically just helping them to try to re-educate themselves on how to deal with a child that needs a little bit extra care. Um, it's basically re-education for the whole group. It's for the early interventionists, getting to know the family and the children, and what services best will fit this family, and um, having them be comfortable with you and your suggestions, and implementing their suggestions on how to best help the child and the family. Once you have assessed the family, you've interacted with the family, you've gotten to know the family, and they're comfortable with you. Essentially, what the early interventionist does is help to come up with a active plan of or a curriculum for the not only the child but the family. Whether it's helping with motor skills, early literacy, um, participation, involvement, getting that family prepared to deal with the, the times that they're going to need to intervene with a child. Um, a child learning early in their home environment, all of the research has shown that it boosts their confidence. It gives them courage to um, then pursue other avenues, knowing how to ask for help, um, and gaining the confidence to venture out and try different things once they're comfortable with um, themselves. Okay, like I said, implementing a curriculum helps the family and the child. You must use the standards that you've learned and learn your area and what resources are available to children with special needs, early intervention education, um, and different resources that are there for your area. Um, Making sure that the contact between the parent and those organizations that do help, making sure that evaluation and the assessment gets done in appropriate manner, and things don't fall through the cracks. So follow up reassessed and continue to keep an open communication for everything that's implemented and planned. So that is hopefully makes sense. Um, that's what I've learned as far as uh, the how-tos of building partnerships with families. It's definitely an ongoing process, but also it's being knowledgeable about your particular area of expertise. Thank you.